Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. This week's Parsha is that of Vayishlach. Yaakov is returning after 20 years of living with Lavan. He is returning on the journey back to his father. But first, he must confront and deal with Esav, who's coming with an army. And Yaakov sends messengers, and he says, deliver the following message unto Esav, Im Lavan Garti, I have been dwelling with Lavan, and I have been delayed until now. Rashi tells us what exactly is Yaakov trying to convey to Esav. So Rashi tells us two explanations. First, Esav, I know that you bear animosity towards me because I impersonated you and took those brachas that Yitzchak intended to give to you. The bracha stated that I would be gevir la'achecha. I would be a wealthy, powerful man who will be blessed from the dew of the heavens, the fat of the earth. It hasn't been fulfilled. Yes, I have much cattle and I have a lot of possessions, but nothing from the fat of the earth, nothing from the dew of the heavens. The blessings have not been fulfilled in me. Another explanation is that Garti, I have dwelled with, the same letters form Taryag, which means 613, in which he was saying to Esav that although I have dwelled with Lavan, I have nevertheless been able to fulfill all 613 of the mitzvahs, studying them, learning them, fulfilling those which I could actually physically do. There's an interesting medrash. It says that with these words, Yaakov was provoking Esav. Gives an example like someone who goes over to a dog and starts pulling its ears. The dog is going to bark. The dog is going to become provoked, antagonized. And that's what Yaakov was doing. This medrash is very difficult to comprehend. What exactly did Yaakov say? I kept the mitzvahs. The Klayoker explains that what Yaakov was saying, these two explanations are really one. I lived with Lavan, and the blessings have not been fulfilled within me, which suggests that I'm not the true recipient of these blessings. Perhaps you'll say it's because I didn't fulfill the mitzvahs, and that's why I have not been worthy, but I did fulfill the 613 mitzvahs, and nevertheless the blessings have not been fulfilled. How is that provoking Esav? The Chasam Sofer explains, how do we understand Yitzchak, who wanted to give the brachas to Esav? Yitzchak thought Esav was a righteous man, but he also knew that Esav was a man of the field, hunting and who knows what. But yes, okay, so he was a man of the field. That was his work. That's what he did. But nevertheless, he would ask his father, how does one tithe salt? Yitzchak thought he was a righteous man. Nevertheless, it's impossible to assume that Yitzchak was not aware as to the remarkable righteousness of Yaakov. Yaakov was a Yoshev Aholim, an Ish Tom Yoshev Aholim. He was a complete, perfect man, sitting and studying Torah day and night in the tent of Shem, the tent of Ava. The tent means a yeshiva. He spent his life in Torah. He was far more righteous than Esav. How could Yitzchak possibly contemplate Esav having the bracha? The Chasam Sofer explains, these blessings that Yitzchak wanted to give, in addition to material blessings, were also the blessings that God gave Avraham for spiritual success. And before God even expressed the blessings to Avraham, he told Avraham something. Lech lecha, go, leave your homeland, leave the city where you were born, leave your father's household, go where? Go amongst the people. As we see that Avraham didn't spend his life just sitting and studying. Avraham went and he pitched his tent by the crossroads of Sodom, where there was lots of traffic. Avraham was always involved with the public so he could make known the knowledge of God, the one true creator and master of all that exists. Avraham's mission wasn't just to study Torah and to be a perfect tzaddik, but to take your knowledge and take your righteousness and bring it amongst the people, even bring it amongst the wicked, and let them see the symbol of purity and sanctity. Let them see that there is a God who created this world. Yitzchak said, who is more suitable and worthy to receive this blessing? Oh, there's no question that Yaakov is far more righteous than Esav. But Yaakov is an ish tom. He's a perfect tzaddik. Yoshev Aholam. He sits and he studies all day. But he's not amongst the people. He's certainly not amongst the wicked. Therefore, the blessings to Avram are dependent on lech lecha. Go for yourself and go spread the knowledge of God. And that is not Yaakov's forte. We don't see a propensity of Yaakov's energy directed towards reaching out unto others. You know who is amongst the people? You know who deals even with the wicked? Esav. Esav is a righteous man. Okay, he has his flaws and whatever. But Esav Yitzchak assumed would be the perfect individual to have the blessings of Avraham. Why? Because he would be the lech lecha. He would be the one who indeed goes out amongst people, and they will see from Esav. The commentaries say, if we were to look at Esav, we'd see somebody with a beard and maybe payas and who knows what. You'd think he's the greatest tzaddik in the world. They'll see somebody. They'll see an Esav, and they'll see mitzvahs, and they'll see knowledge of God, and they'll see somebody they can connect with who will influence them. And therefore, Yitzchak assumed that, yes, Yaakov is a far greater tzaddik, but the blessings of Avram have nothing to do with being the greatest tzaddik. It has to do with the ability to take your righteousness and spread your knowledge amongst all mankind, even the wicked. This was a bit of a complaint against Yaakov. Yaakov, you're magnificent, but you sit and study Torah all day, and you're not out there sharing and reaching out unto others. And Yaakov was aware of this, but something changed. God informed Rivka, Yaakov, indeed, he is the proper recipient of these blessings. What about the fact that Yaakov is not amongst the wicked? He's not amongst the mankind to reach out and spread the knowledge. God said, wait, what happened? He was told, prophecy to Rivka, let him impersonate Esav and receive the blessings. And how did Esav respond? Did Esav say, I don't understand this. This doesn't appear to be appropriate. If this is the will of God, I accept it. I don't accept it, or whatever. Esav responded that it says, Vayistoim Esav. He despised Yaakov. And he planned to have Yaakov murdered. He even sent his son Eliphaz to chase after Yaakov. He said, I'll wait until my father dies, and then I'll take my revenge against Yaakov. And as a result of Esav's inability to control himself, Yaakov was instructed by Rivka and Yitzchak, you must leave. Go find a wife. Go live with Lavan. Because of Esav, Yaakov ended up living 20 years with the wicked, with Lavan. And not only Lavan, with the people of Aram Naharayim, the people there. And they were able to be influenced by the remarkable righteousness, the purity, the sanctity of Yaakov. Yaakov shared with them and reached out to them. Now, when it says when Yaakov left And Lavan chased after him. It says that Yaakov called to his brethren to come and sit down and eat. The commentaries, I believe the Sforno says, which brethren? His sons? No, the men that Lavan brought with him, who had the highest respect and esteem for Yaakov. Because Yaakov was a living, walking Torah and a living human angel in which the knowledge of God was spread amongst the wicked. And therefore, indeed, Yaakov was deserving of the blessings of Avraham. And who is the one responsible for that? Who is the one who caused the circumstances to be that Yaakov would have to be thrust unto Lavan for 20 years? None other than Esav. And this, the Chassam Sofer says, this is what Yaakov is saying. Esav, you have a great complaint that I am not worthy of the blessings of Abraham, just as Yitzchak assumed, because I have not been living amongst the wicked. Esav, im Lavan garti, I have lived and dwelled with Lavan for 20 years. Lavan and the people in his city, who are all complicit in deceiving me and marrying, that I married Leah when I thought it was Rachel. They were all involved in this swindle. And you know who's responsible for that? You, Esav. You're the one responsible. If not for you and your lack of discipline and control of your temper, I might not have ever been able to achieve this. Because of you, I live with Lavan, and therefore the blessings are indeed appropriate for me. And this is the meaning of the Medrash, that Yaakov's words were a provocation. Imagine how Esav felt when he heard that. And this is the meaning of the verse in which it says, Rabbis machashavos belevish. There are many thoughts in the heart of a man. Atzas Hashem hisokum. But the will of God shall be sustained. And the Altaf in Kelm says, Atzas Hashem, the will, the counsel of God, hisokum. This shall sustain it. What shall sustain it? The plans and thoughts and ideas of man, which are designed to foil and negate the will of God. Not only will they be unsuccessful, they themselves will bring about the will of Hashem. Esav wanted to negate the will of God, that Yaakov should have the blessings. He wanted him to be murdered. And because of that, Yaakov became worthy that the blessings should take deep root within him. We see many things that happen, we don't understand them. But one thing we should be aware of, no matter what takes place, and no matter what decisions are made, and no matter what the thoughts are in the hearts of kings and prime ministers and presidents and leaders, Atzas Hashem hisokum. The will of God will always be fulfilled. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay Jewish. Have a wonderful Shabbos.